Hey guys, it's me, Brad Fitzpatrick, aka Fissure. So, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I was really inside my head for quite a bit of time. Hello, love, if you're back. And I thought to myself, you know what I have not done in a very long time? I haven't done a What You Should Be Watching. I know Zach is usually here with me, but we've been kind of on our own path right now. So if you're watching this, Zach, I miss you very much. We need to do this again, but I understand that we're both really kind of busy and in our own worlds, and that's okay. But I think I'm going to go with today the things that I've been watching recently. You see, there have been actually a good couple of shows that have shown up on both Hulu and Netflix that have been really, really fantastic, that I really wanted to take the time to talk about, along with a lot of the anime and stuff like that that has come up that's also on my radar and should be on your radar. Very, very good stuff. So, I want to first start off with a little show on Netflix right now that is actually based on a Korean webtoon called Sweet Home. If you have not watched Sweet Home yet, I absolutely 100% think you should. Sweet Home is... how would I explain this to people who have not seen it? Let's see. So, Sweet Home is basically a monster show with absolutely breathtaking monster effects, CGI, and some practical effects in there, where, like, the entire world, people start turning into monsters. I'm not going to spoil it very much, but that's just the gist of it, from the very beginning. The story progression is very Korean orientated, since it is a Korean movie, TV show, 10 episodes, hour long, very, very, very good show. If you have not got a chance to watch it, I 100%, again, think you should. If you're a lover of monster movies, monster shows, kind of deep emotional arcs, you will absolutely love the show. I fell in love with it after the first episode, and I watched it, pretty much binged watched it from there on and off with my best friend, and so, you know, I really believe that you probably should watch it. After that, I actually started watching a new anime on, well, I don't, it's probably not new, but it's new to me, on Hulu. It's called The Gate. It's a very interesting concept of the other world, story type. Basically, a huge gate opens up in Japan, and out comes monsters and medieval people and magicians and blah, 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 and starts to attack the Japanese citizens. Well, the Japanese Defense Force doesn't know how to fight them off right away. So the main character, a huge otaku, I mean, I can relate, obviously, decides that he needs to step up, because if he doesn't step up, then he's not going to be able to go to the con that he's been trying to go to for weeks. So he basically starts fighting back and killing all these monsters and stuff like that, and basically saves the entire town. With that, they give him like a lieutenant's position in the military, and he's like, well, I don't really care as long as you don't, take away my otaku nature, because that's his whole thing. So then they actually mount a reconnaissance mission through the gate. So what tends to happen from there is kind of subverts the entire idea that magic is so powerful and blah 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 blah, and when we go over to this other world where there's magic, we have to form, we have to turn to their sort of ways. But instead, the military goes through and basically just waylays everything in its path. So it's kind of interesting to see that new dynamic of No, 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 no. We, as humans that have developed military and firearms, can still fight against magicians and dragons and everything else that popped up. Um, it's really interesting and really good. Really kind of funny too to see the interactions between the main character, and of course, there's going to be the quintessential anime harem going on, because he meets all these lowly girls, that immediately fall in love with him because he's, charming and funny and just wants to do the right thing as the hero. So if you have a chance and you have Hulu and you like anime, I would say watch that. It seems to be really interesting. Going along with Hulu, though, there is the new season of Letterkenny. If you have not caught up with Letterkenny, it is a fantastic comedy, Canadian comedy show. I absolutely love it. I fell in love with it while watching it with you. And it's not the same without you, but it is still a fantastic show, and this new season has some really, and I mean really, really good in-jokes. So I would graciously think that you should watch it if you haven't already watched it. Start it from the very beginning. Otherwise, a lot of the jokes later on wouldn't make a lot of sense. But it builds a really, really good narrative of the area, and everything sort of just comes together really good, and the comedy is really good there. But it is an adult comedy, so children should not be watching it, like, at all. Following along with Hulu, though, I have actually started watching another anime as well that was really kind of interesting. I personally like the isekai sort of storylines. Basically, guy dies or gets tripped up and falls into another world of magic and sorcery and monsters and has to become the hero, because I would absolutely love to get out of this world. But, with that being said, I've started watching this one called Grimgar, Ashes and Illusions. Again, it's not your typical isekai. It's not immediately the main character's like, oh my god, I'm overpowered, I have all these things, yeah. But it's, a group of people ends up in this other world, and they lose all their memories of their past lives, but now they have to learn to fight, and they join a party with each other, and they have to basically face day-to-day life or death, and it's kind of very, down to earth. They're not great, at all. They're not adventurers. They're just random people plucked from our world and put into another world. It's like, okay, now you get to fight. And they realize how short their shortcomings as human beings have been up to this point. But they get their own classes and learn to evolve and start getting better and start doing things together. And they lose the people that they love and strive to continue on in a world that's just not fair. So it really kind of brings it down in that sort of way. It's still very, very good watch. Absolutely good watch. Let's see, what else have I been watching? Hulu also picked up Angie Tribeca. If you have not seen Angie Tribeca, I absolutely believe you should. It is a fantastic comedy with slapstick drags all across it. Very, very Naked Gun-ish, Airplane. Just a comedy that I absolutely enjoy. I would love to share that with you, because if you have not seen Angie Tribeca, you definitely should. If you like slapstick comedy and if you like my comedy, at all, if you know me personally and you know the puns that I spit out as often as I can, you will fall in love with this show as much as I have every single time. If you can hear my kids arguing in the background, they're playing Minecraft, and they keep arguing with each other.
We're not arguing.
Now they're arguing with me.
She got my stuff because I died.
Okay.
We're not arguing.
Okay. Hulu also has picked up Legion. My favorite, absolute favorite Marvel TV show to date. If you have not seen Legion, I absolutely agree. You should watch Legion, specifically if you do have Hulu. But on that note, because they're being a little bit too loud, even though I've asked them to not be loud, I'm going to end that here. There are lots more that we need to start watching together.
Hello. I'm the youngest.
Yeah. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too. I love you too. There are lots of other animes and other TV shows that I like. If you have not caught up with My Hero Academia, boy howdy. Boy howdy. There are lots of things I could spoil for you. But I'm not going to spoil it for you. I would love for you just to talk to me about it. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below if you need to. If you don't want to leave a comment, you can just message me personally. And we can talk anime and video games and TVs and movies. And then we'll may make another episode at some other time about other things. So then, until the next one, guys, keep your eyes peeled for good stuff to watch. And we'll discuss.